in the world, in the universe, in the multiverse has had a negative story about a guy. Everyone. And me included. So, in honor of my song Blah 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 coming out on the 14th, I thought I would have a bit about crazy stories I've had with guys because it seems fitting for the song. You know what I mean? And when you hear it, you'll understand why. Disclaimer, I'm not saying every man in the fucking universe sucks. But if you get offended by that statement, then you're probably one of the ones that suck. Okay? Number 2. I have never been in a relationship. I've never been interested in anyone on that list, and I made it specifically for that reason, this list, because I thought it'd be more interesting. To show how, even when you tell someone, hey, I don't want you, they can be weird. And they can fucking ruin everything. Story number 1 is gonna be a banger. Number 1. This guy. I knew him briefly because he used to work at the studio that I used to go to for a little bit before I switched producers. And he had a thing for me, but I was like, whatever. Like, I don't have a thing for him. Eventually, he started getting way too weird, and he was really unfunny, so I blocked him. This was like a year ago. And I was going through my block list. This is pretty recently, a few months ago. I decided, let me unblock people, because I have way too many people blocked. And I don't even know why I have half these people blocked. So let me unblock these people. And I unblock him, because I was like, okay, I'm blocking someone for being unfunny, like, I don't, whatever. So I unblock him. Lo and behold, that turns into us reconnecting. We message each other, and in the first 5 minutes of the first conversation we have, reconnecting, he tells me, oh my god, my career is almost ruined. It almost became ruined. I was like, how? He wants to be a musician. I say, how? What happened? He says, oh, I got labeled as a. I say, how'd you get labeled as a? What did you do? He said, oh, I was talking to this underage girl. He's 19, by the way. I'm 18. He was talking to this underage girl. He was like, I was talking to her, and she messaged my girlfriend at the time. So he cheated on his girlfriend with a minor. It was great. And he was saying, like, oh, like, I didn't even know that she was underage. Like, I didn't know her age at all. I was like, usually it's pretty obvious. But, like, why didn't you ask? Like, isn't that the first thing you do when you're romantically interested in anyone? He was like, no, because I assumed, and verbatim, this is what he said, I assumed the bigger your boobs are, the older you are. Honestly, his career should have been fucking ruined. I blocked him after that. Number 2 and 3, because it's the same guy. Not the same guy's last story, but these 2 stories are about the same guy. So, there's this one guy who was romantically into me, and I wasn't into him, but I was like, let me see if anything happens with this, because I was just like bored, honestly. And he randomly one day tells me, I want to throw a plate at your head. And I ask him, why? He was like, it'd be funny. I said, that isn't funny, and you shouldn't joke about that. He's like, why? I say, number 1, you're into me, I'm not into you. You're trying to impress me. Why is this a joke you're gonna be making to me? Number 2, what's a joke in throwing a plate at someone's head at all, in general? Number 3, there are so many women who go through abuse cases, usually because of men.